Hi there, Pisces. This is Kim here to do your next 48-hour reading. Guys, we are going to just kind of pull some cards, see what comes up for you today for your next 48 hours. Always, thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and asking that your spirit guides and your angels join us so that we get messages that's for the greater good, for the highest of high. Always ascending, ever expanding sign of Pisces. All right, I'm going to pull from the Good Tarot right now. Nice. Fortune's Wheel and the Six of Water. And then we'll probably pull some Oracle cards too. You know what? I think I'm going to start with the Archetype deck from Kim Kranz. That might help a little bit because these really are overall energies. There's no real specific message with these cards. They're just like the overall, well, archetype. Messages for Pisces. Next 48 hours. Messages for Pisces. All right. General messages, anything's allowed. First thing, it doesn't surprise me though. It doesn't surprise me. The Venom. So this is the place of much suffering and darkness. The Vessel. That has to do with your body, or what contains. Oh, something that contains something. Goodness. Okay, I have the womb. Wanted to kind of pop out here. The Maiden. The Riddle. Which is like the mystery, the great mystery, right? The Womb and the One. Interesting. My goodness. Okay, so it's like what a riddle for me to even try to figure out for your reading. There's no way I'm going to figure that out. It is a riddle. It is supposed to be hard. It's supposed to kind of not make sense. And the reason it's still called a riddle, right? Riddle me this. Riddle me this. Well, okay, you look at the riddle. The riddle can be solved, right? A riddle can be solved. It's just in the beginning, a riddle is kind of known as being like a very difficult mystery to figure out. There's a lot of events that are all connected that don't seem connected. And that's part of the riddle. So it's supposed to be hard in the beginning. It's just like by definition, that's what's supposed to happen. I think it all centers around the One. I don't know what this means to you. It is 10, 10, 10. It is signifying major completion. The Trinity. I mean, this could mean a lot of things. The Maiden is this youthful, exploring like attitude, like wanting to go somewhere you've never been, take a chance, take a risk. Hang on a second. Let me put some water in here because I can hear it feeling like it was struggling. Okay, sorry. Yeah, the Maiden, it's like this youthful energy, kind of innocent feeling. There's the Six of Cups, which did come out in that pre-shuffle, or not come out, but was on the split. The Six of Cups is in reverse. The Venom is attached to the One, the Womb, which is the powerhouse of creation. I'm going to say that. I'm just going to give it a name. It doesn't have to be a baby, but it is your baby, like whatever you're wanting to birth to life. There may be some not so great past issues, possibly with family members that need healing. And right now would be you tasting the venom. So I feel like you would be feeling dysfunction, like especially in a family or with what you may consider a soulmate. It might be a soulmate in separation type of energy from the one. Oh my goodness. Okay, but two things are kind of relating to you and you birthing something and your body being a carrier of something divine. With the womb and the vessel here, they're both, you know, it has to do with something that's inside you. And it all connects. It feels like this is complete contrast to the venom. See, with the venom, usually there comes a great nectar. So I'm almost looking at this as the nectar being the one here. And the womb and the vessel being the modes, the vehicle that you take to get you to a brand new adventure and something that you're pioneering here, I don't think has been pioneered before. I think that's why it's so important. This is like the one. This is the first experience of this. I think that's what that's meaning. I think it's a riddle, right? I don't know. Who usually knows the answer to the riddle? The one that created it. And how can you talk to the one that created the riddle? You can meditate. You can meditate. You can contemplate. You can be relaxed. In a relaxed state is the best state for channeling any kind of information. So something really great is going to be created from this venom. I mean, that's the basic message is for me to give you, is that this card is associated with suffering. It's associated with pain, suffering, going through something tragic, maybe even losing a bunch of stuff. This does have to do with even past family issues too, passed down issues of dysfunction. But it's turned into something really great. It's like your magnus opus, right? Is that what they call it? I don't know if that first part's right, but opus is right. So your masterpiece will be created from the energy that I feel like you'd harness from the Venom card. I don't think that energy would have been that powerful if you had not gone through this Venom energy. If that makes sense. I don't think it would have been able to create what it's creating. If it weren't for what you've already had to go through. Your reading's just kind of telling a lot of information here, isn't it? With the Vessel card, we have a light kind of shining down on this body within a body. Right? Body within a body, which is, you know, I guess we could say that our soul is like that. It's a body within a body. There's like the emotional body. There's the physical body. I feel like it's talking about encompassing all of that too. Maybe it's part of this riddle. 3 parts. 2 of Wands. Yeah. It's what you do. Like, I view this right here, especially this nectar. Venom. Look, I'm even looking at it as nectar. That's good, right? The Venom. I'm looking at that as like it's an Ace of Wands. And then the 2 of Wands is here with the Maiden. So whatever you're pioneering and about to explore, whatever you're doing, it's something that it's giving you the drive, the motivation to do it. You wouldn't have had this drive otherwise. The challenge might be to stay focused. That's usually, or to be open to all possibilities. Two wands. Important decisions on whatever path this is. I feel like the path is in the woods here, like on this card. And yeah, the Two of Wands is like, okay, which path? Are you going to choose the crooked path or the straight path? Doesn't matter which one, because both ends end up the same. I guess I shouldn't say that ethically, that it doesn't matter, but metaphorically, it doesn't matter, because they all come to a point and they all meet at the end. Okay, so let's see. What else? What else can we get for you? Let's talk about this riddle. Riddle me this. Give me some tarot for this. Kind of like this. It was pointing like that. If it were a clock, that would be 10 o'clock, right? 10 p.m., 10 a.m. Anyway, I don't think that means anything, but but it could. I'm just saying it. Ace of Swords is the truth. It's the clarity. It's the point. Do you see how everything comes together at a point? So no matter what the contrast looks like, there's one truth here at the very end, is that, well, or the very beginning, however you view it, everything comes together in this truthful point. So I feel like this is trying to tell you there's half-truths in a lot of things. A lot of things. Remember that, so that we don't discount any other people's opinions or views, or what their truth might be as different from being our truth, does not make it not the truth. If that makes sense. We all have our truth, and that actually is the truth. But it's kind of like everything's paradigm. Everything is, it's like, or paradox, I mean, everything's like this and like that, or like that and like that. All right, the Venom energy. Tell me, I don't know. I mean, it's not good, right? Obviously, it's not good. It's disappointment. I take this to mean a past either lover or past dysfunctional family situation. That's the disappointment, the star in reverse. So maybe it's the family projecting disappointment onto you, or you projecting it onto somebody else. Or a lover, ex-lover or something like that. Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, and then Sagittarius. No, not Sagittarius. The Aries card. Sorry. Guardian of Wands is the Queen of Wands. Bold, daring. She's getting really close to that fire as a salamander, if you look at that. She's getting really close to the fire, but she feels the heat from it because she's that brave. The reward is really good, because you've got to imagine there's a reason for getting in that heat. There's a reason for your soul allowing you to go into a venom situation, and it's because of the almost, let's look at it as the reward on the other side, in a sense. But the reward is from being brave enough to go through it. All right, your thoughts are the only thing that I feel like could really sabotage your focus and your truth. It could be sabotaged by your own thoughts. So we want to be careful about paying attention to our own thoughts. Making sure they're as positive as they can be for ourselves. You know, without being phony, too. Don't be phony with it, but But really, I mean, it is all about what you believe in, what your belief is. And if you believe that this is here because something much grander is coming, then it is. Or you can just not go forward and not create anything from an experience that will go wasted then. So don't do that. Create something amazing. I think you're meant to. The Empress energy feels like it needs a little bit of attention or love on themselves instead of the whole family right now. It feels like there's some light being shed on what we would say an unhealthy, like mother type energy because of something to do with the body. Something is being exposed regarding the body. I feel like there's a completion, I feel like there's a completion though here for somebody needing to take care of themselves, can't take care of somebody else right now at this time. Something like that's being revealed. But it's okay because the sun is going to shine on this vessel energy, and things are going to transform for the better. Yep. That's what I've got, guys. 8 of Pentacles on the bottom. Something really ends up just working out, guys. Page of Cups. Hopeful situation. As long as you, with Judgment in the reverse under there, hopeful situation, as long as you can let go of any kind of blame, understand it's all part of this riddle. So there might be some things we don't understand. All right, so let's get your Oracle card. I'm going to use the Sacred Rebels Oracle. Oh, okay. So your big message here, maybe to help you with this riddle energy, is 21, beyond the mind, the heart beats. Is there something that we're neglecting that has to do, listen to this. It sounds like it's taking off. That's good. A jet. So it says beyond the mind, the heart beats. This is about, don't forget, you know, those emotional, home is where the heart is type energy. I think they're wanting you to connect your intellect with your heart here so you can have coherence. And this card is just pointing out that you don't forget that love is the kind of like the essence that is going to tie everything together. It will solve your riddle. So to drop into my heart space, I usually put my hand over my heart and then just breathe in and out deeply, or whatever breathing exercise you like to do. And that's what I do, and imagine that area is being filled with my breath. So it means you're physically and metaphorically, you're symbolically showing that you're going into your heart space that way. And it just helps me, but really all it requires is your thought. So that is what I've got for you all. Sending you love and light. Bye.